I just wanted to take a few minutes today to talk about a new range of carbon masts. This is something completely new for Shin for 2020. It's been a huge work to get this. It's been more than 18 months of prototyping to come up with our final carbon mast, and it's here now, and I'm pretty proud and happy with this. First question that everyone asks is, carbon masts are expensive, are they really worth it? As always, that's a difficult question to ask because they are significantly more expensive and it depends on your budget. But the thing about carbon masts is stiffness. It's not about weight, it's not about durability, it's all about stiffness. When you're foiling, you are stood more or less 1 meter above the glider section of the foil. And this is what's supporting your weight. Every millimeter of flex down here is magnified up here. 1 millimeter here, 10 millimeters here, so on. So this is like the more flex you have in the mast, the more it's like driving a car with flat tires. When you turn the wheel, there's a delayed reaction and then an oversteer to the other way. And it's exactly the same with the foil. When the foil flexes and you correct, it has to first come back to normal and then go to where you want it and flex again. And this gives a very unstable, wishy-washy feeling. The whole point of a carbon mast is to eliminate as much flex as possible. Being lighter, this is a side benefit, it's flex. Now there's two ways a mast can flex. One, we call lateral flex. This is the flex of the mast from left to right as I'm showing it to you now. This is the one you feel directly, and in fact, in a carbon mast, this is the easiest of the flex problems to solve. The second problem, however, is the torsional flex of the mast, and this is the mast twisting compared to the glider section of the foil. And this is a very, very difficult challenge to solve, and this is what took us so long with our mast. I'm not going to tell you what's inside this mast, but it's enough to say that we got more than 30 prototypes before we found the right combination of laminates to eliminate the torsion and the lateral flex. So this mast has a EPS foam core, it has unidirectional carbon spars inside, and it has multiple layers of high modulus carbon, all at different angles, both to control the lateral flex and the torsional flex. But that's not all that's going on here. You can also see that the plate is larger than some of the other plates on the market. There is some really innovative technology going on here, and in fact this plate is hollow. Inside of this plate is air. We're using the radius from the shell to trap the stick of the mast where it enters the shell, and on the underside here, so this stick of the mast is trapped in these two places, and it makes a completely rigid connection to the mast, but it saves around 600 grams over a conventional carbon plate. What do we end up with? We end up with a very light plate on a very stiff mast, and the weight is really noticeable when you put it into the board. The plate here is fitting the international standard of 165 millimeters and 90 millimeters. So it will fit with any board that is using the international standard. And it has the direct slots for the fixing screws. This makes it much easier to put the foil on the board. You put the foil on the board and you slide the screw into the slot, tighten it up. It's fast and it's easy and it's reliable. You'll notice that the carbon mast has a different fixing to the fuselage than the aluminium mast. We did try to use the same fuselage for both masts, but it gave us too many compromises in the way that we build the carbon. So unfortunately there is a different fuselage for the carbon mast or the aluminium mast, but the wing mounting is the same. We're also offering, for people that have a Shin foil and they want to upgrade, we're also offering an upgrade kit, which is the carbon mast with covers and a very special price on the fuselage, so that you can put your existing wings on to the upgrade kit.